Good morning, students. We shall continue the next part of solution chapter. So, in the previous class, I have discussed different types of solutions based on the physical state of solute and solvent, right? So, among all those three types of solutions, gaseous solution, liquid solution, and solid solution. So only liquid solution we have to discuss. Okay. Under liquid solution, there are three types of solutions, right? The first one is gas in liquid. This I will discuss under the heading solubility of a gas in a liquid. Okay, solubility of a gas in a liquid. See, if you take any gas in a closed system over a liquid, think this is the gas, liquid, and over which you have enclosed a gas in the closed system. This is a gas. Okay. See, because of the pressure over the gas, some amount of the gas dissolves in the solution. Some amount of the gas dissolves in the solution and some amount of the gas remains as gas. Now, the dissolution of a gas in a liquid is explained by Henry's law. Henry's law, this is a very important question also. Henry's law. See, there is an equilibrium actually. Now think, what is the equilibrium? Gas in the gas phase having equilibrium with the gas in solution at a particular temperature. If you increase the pressure of the gas, again the equilibrium gets disturbed, more gas starts dissolving and new equilibrium will be established. Equilibrium in the sense what? Some amount of the gas molecules touches the surface and enters inside the liquid as a solution. Some of the surface molecules of the dissolved gas escapes as the gas molecules. So the rate of dissolution of gas molecules from the gas phase into the solution is equal to rate of escape of the dissolved gas as free gas molecules. So there is a dynamic equilibrium. So this is explained by Henry's law, I told you. So what is Henry's law about solubility of a gas in the liquid? Look here. At a constant temperature, the partial pressure of a gas above the liquid is directly proportional to mole fraction of the gas in the solution. One of the concentration term I am using now. Mole fraction of the gas compared to liquid, number of moles of gas divided by total number of moles of gas and liquid. If the mole fraction of a gas in the liquid increases, means dissolved gas increases. Do you agree? So what is Henry's law? One of the easy way of stating Henry's law. Different ways Henry's law can be stated. One of the easy way to state Henry's law is this: the partial pressure of a gas. If a single gas is used, pressure of the gas you have to say. If many gases are here, then better word is partial pressure. So generally I will use the word the partial pressure of a gas above the liquid is directly proportional to mole fraction of the gas in the solution. The words are very very important because here also mole fraction words exist, no doubt, with respect to other gases. So every word should be very very clear. Partial pressure of the gas above the liquid is directly proportional mole fraction of the gas in the solution. Try to understand. I will write that. You write this as a statement of Henry's law. The partial pressure of a gas above the liquid is directly proportional to mole fraction of gas, see, in the solution at constant temperature. This is Henry's law. So other way also Henry's law can be discussed. The solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to partial pressure of the gas above the liquid. Solubility here corresponds to mole fraction. But for mathematical form, this statement is better. Now, mathematical form of Henry's law. Mathematical form of Henry's law. See this? What is it? Partial pressure of the gas is directly proportional to mole fraction of the gas. What is the symbol we have used? X. If you use a proportionality constant, P is equal to, there is a constant called Henry's law constant, proportionality constant, into X. So you call this as equation 1. The terms are, what are the terms used here? Where P, partial pressure of gas, X, mole fraction of gas, don't say of gas, which gas? In the solution, whatever part of the gas that has been dissolved in the solution, mole fraction of those part of the gas in the solution. And KH, remember, this is called Henry's law constant, and its unit is K into bar. Henry's law constant is in the unit of mole fraction has no unit. When it comes on the other side, pressure remains as it is. K bar, kilobar. This is the unit of what? Henry's law constant. Now, application of Henry's law, little bit let us see. Before that, regarding little more we will learn about Henry's law. Now this equation, if you watch, P is equal to Kh into x. This is of the form y equal to mx. Do you agree? Suppose graphical representation of Henry's law. Graphical representation of Henry's law. So mathematical equation is also a 1 mark question. Statement is also 1 mark question. Graph can be a 2 mark question. Graphical representation. Y equal to mx form. That means in the y axis, if I take partial pressure of the gas, and in the x axis, if I take mole fraction of the gas. What is the nature of the graph? y equal to mx. It is a straight line passing through the origin. Do you agree? What is the slope of the graph? That is tan theta. That is what is that? Slope is equal to slope of the gas. That is this side divided by adjacent side, and this is equal to Kh. Now, based on the significance of Kh, Henry's law constant, significance of Kh value. Now, I will tell you one very important thing. You keep on watching the board. Suppose you see my hand. Suppose if the slope is like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, what is the difference? This we shall try to understand. Look here, with this line I will tell you. Suppose at this partial pressure, at this height of the partial pressure, this much gas is dissolved, correct now? Remember students, if the line is slant, slope will be less, correct? Because tan theta is opposite side divided by adjacent side. So if the line is like this, slope is less. If slope is less, say I will write a dotted line and I will show you. See, for the same partial pressure, so much solubility is more. And solubility is more. But what about the Kh value? Slope is less. So, very, very easy conclusion. Lesser the, or I will use the word, first observe this, then observe this, and if I draw a straight line like this as slope, solubility is still less. Slope is high means Kh value is high. So, higher the Kh value, that means higher the value of slope, lesser is the solubility. Lesser is the solubility. So please note all these things. See, two important things we have to understand here. Effect of pressure is already here. As pressure increases, since these two are directly proportional, so anybody can understand effect of pressure easily. What is effect of pressure? As pressure increases, solubility of a gas, that means mole fraction in the liquid state increases, correct? Solubility of a gas in a liquid increases. Do you agree? That can be even understood from the Henry's law mathematical expression. Partial pressure increases means mole fraction increases. Now you may do one thing. Suppose if you have a compressing system, if you compress this, what will happen? More pressure exerts here, then more gas will dissolve. Is it correct? So new equilibrium will be established. Effect of temperature is also another very, very important thing. But you observe this chart where I have told you higher the Kh value, lesser is the solubility. Is it correct? You observe this. Helium gas, all are 293 Kelvin, 293 Kelvin, okay? Helium gas has a Kh value 144.97 in kilowatt. That means helium is less soluble. Hydrogen gas has 69.16. Hydrogen gas is more soluble than helium gas. Nitrogen 76.48. Nitrogen is less soluble than hydrogen. Note this. Nitrogen is a heavier gas compared to hydrogen, but less soluble. Oxygen at 293 Kelvin, 34.86. Oxygen is more soluble. That is why aquatic life exists. Oxygen dissolves in the lake, river, sea, where aquatic life exists. The dissolved oxygen will be inhaled by these aquatic life. Argon at 298 Kelvin, 40.3. Carbon dioxide at 298 Kelvin, 1.67. It is very, very less compared to the other things. Highly soluble. Soda. What is that? Soda. What is soda? Soda water is carbon dioxide is dissolved in water. Then why carbon dioxide only is dissolved? One reason is our body is having an equilibrium of H2CO3. H2O plus CO2, carbonic acid, H2CO3. H2CO3 buffer is there in the body. It exists, it adjusts. Suppose, okay, methane is not possible, but still someone dissolves methane as and drink under the name similar to soda. What will happen? Then he can drink petrol also, because higher number is petrol. Impossible. Body will not digest. And in fact, methane is less soluble. Values are somewhat 16 or 20 here. More soluble than oxygen. I have not written value of methane here. But other gases, for example, nitrogen at all, it is very, very less soluble because they have got very high Henry's law constant. Now, effect of temperature I will discuss. You watch these two. Oxygen. 293 Kelvin, 34.86. 303 Kelvin, 46.83. What does it mean? Henry's law constant increased at higher temperature. That means as the temperature increases, effect of temperature. Effect of temperature, as temperature increases, Henry's law constant increases. That means solubility decreases. Solubility of a gas in a liquid decreases with the increase of temperature. So that is understood by the values of Henry's law constant. Now the question is, why? This also we have to answer. See, for this, there is an answer in the thermodynamics. Answer is there in the thermodynamics. See, a gas in a liquid to give a solution, this step is exothermy. The process of dissolution of a gas in a liquid is exothermic reaction. Now you recall what happens if the temperature of an exothermic reaction is increased. According to Le Chatelier's principle, its reverse reaction takes place. That means dissolved gas comes out. That is why it is advised now, keep all beverages, cold drinks, preserve in the cool place. Correct? So, soda bottles, what is written there? Keep in cool place. Because if the temperature increases, dissolved gas will come out and the bottle will break. So, gas in liquid is an exothermic process. So, So this is the reason. Since dissolution of gas in a liquid is exothermic solubility decreases as temperature increases. So this is about effect of temperature, how and why. Okay students, now the last part, that is application of Henry's law. Application of Henry's law. Three important applications we are observing in our daily life. Application of Henry's law. The phenomenon. Number one, soft drinks. Preparation of soft drinks. Soft drinks. See, soda water. Now if I ask you a question, okay, all of you have seen the soda water, think this is a bottle. Now I will ask you a question, this is filled with ordinary water. Now how to blow carbon dioxide? Putting a pipe into it and blowing through some source, everything will come out. Not like that. Then what is the way? This is not the way. And what is the way? Have you seen any soda bottle? It is never completely filled, remember. There is always a gap. There must be a gap. Unless there is a gap after the liquid surface, impossible to prepare soda. Now what to do? You remove the cork, fix the source pipe, and under high pressure increase the gas, go on increasing the pressure of the gas through a carbon dioxide source. As the pressure increases, carbon dioxide starts dissolving. This is so. Then immediately under the same pressure, it is carbon. Forcefully carbon and closed. Now you see, during the usage of soda, you open the soda bottle, suddenly all dissolved gas. Have you seen the bottle? Any bubbles are there in the liquid? No. Open the cork. For some time it will not realize. Within 5 seconds, it realized upper pressure is removed. Because bottle is opened. Suddenly all dissolved gas starts forming the bubbles. Immediately put the cork, everything is silent because once again pressure is developed there. Again remove the cork, again all bubbles starts. Put the cork, everything is silent because gas is dissolved. Is it correct? So if you want to dissolve more and more gas, increase the pressure here. This is according to Henry's law. Understood? Preparation of soft drinks, soda water is according to Henry's law. This is one application. Another important application is scuba divers or deep sea divers. See, what is happening is they never carry cylinder filled with air, what we breathe in the open air. Deep sea divers carry oxygen diluted by helium. Some 11% helium is added. See, ordinary air has 76% nitrogen. But when diluted with helium, the nitrogen percentage they decrease to 56%. Almost 10 to 20% nitrogen is removed. Because the problem is, helium has a very high Henry's law constant. Helium will not dissolve even at high pressure. Now it is said, every 10 feet when you go deep into the sea, pressure increases, the pressure gets doubled. For example, 10 feet to 20 feet, pressure gets doubled. 30 feet, again it is doubled. So like this, for every 10 feet depth, pressure gets doubled. Now if the pressure is increasing, solubility also increases. What may happen, tell me? If they carry ordinary air along with oxygen, now when you inhale air, what will happen? In the lungs, oxygen dissolves, nitrogen will not dissolve. So in our breathing. Here what will happen? Nitrogen also dissolves. And if nitrogen dissolves, it is very, very dangerous to hemoglobin. Because iron is there in the hemoglobin, it combines with nitrogen and hemoglobin loss takes place. One thing. Another thing, very serious problem is this. Suppose if a scuba diver suddenly comes to the surface, definitely he will die. No scuba diver will make this mistake. It is as if opening a soda bottle. Suppose from 100 feet depth, if suppose it directly comes to the surface, what will happen? It is like opening the soda bottle. No? All everything expels, correct? Air bubbles are created in the veins, remember. If air bubbles are created in the vein, it is impossible to imagine the pain, it leads to sudden death. That is why what scuba divers do, they slowly come to the surface, they lay for a long time, some 10 feet below the surface. They stay for a long time. Afterwards, they come to the surface and they will be there in the sea water for some more time. And even when they come to the surface, they can't adjust to the natural breathing because so much of air is already dissolved, even oxygen is dissolved. Like opening the soda bottle, I told you all the times. So they experience a severe pain. People are, see, when they what they do lot of this one, ಏನಂದ್ರೆ they try to expel the dissolved oxygen. People are thinking they are playing on the seashore. No, they are getting uncomfortness because of the oxygen dissolved coming out. Right? Can't breathe properly because all the dissolved extra oxygen has to come out. So this type of problem happens. So why they use helium? Understood? No? Helium has a high Henry's law constant. That is why air diluted by helium is used and not air is used. What happens if nitrogen, ordinary air is used? Nitrogen dissolves in the blood. Helium has high Henry's law constant than nitrogen. It cannot dissolve in the blood. Okay. Conclusion. The last application is this. Look here. The people living at higher altitudes, maybe Himalayan belt, Simla, Darjeeling, etc., where there are so much Tibetans, where what is that? The pressure is less. So you all know if the pressure is less, air will not dissolve in the blood. Opposite of scuba divers. So always those people living at higher altitude, they eat a lot of food, but it will not be digested because insufficient oxygen dissolving in the blood. They inhale air, no doubt, but pressure is less now. We are inhaling at 1 bar pressure, 1 atmosphere pressure. Lucky people. But those people, maybe there it is 0.8 bar number, not 1 bar. Then accordingly, that much oxygen will not dissolve in the blood. Now after digestion, whatever food is absorbed in the body has to be metabolized now by the absorbed oxygen. It will not happen properly. So whatever amount of food they eat, it will not be assimilated properly. Energy will not be released. So they will be experiencing always stunted growth or some patches on the body, etc., etc. Some problems are created. So this is also another people living at higher altitude due to scarcity of oxygen. So they are also facing a lot of problems. So So this is all about solubility of gas in a liquid. Here, effect of temperature is one of the good question. Henry's law is a good question. Effect of pressure is also one of the question. Henry's law constant application is also a question. As Henry's law constant increases, solubility decreases. Understood from the graph. Okay.